International media reported that genocide scholars had declared Israel guilty of genocide in Gaza. Headlines suggested a sweeping academic consensus. But behind the headlines lies a very different story. Only 28% of the association's members voted.
The organization has about 500 members and 129 actually voted, 108 in favor. And from what I hear, it was something of an irregular vote. Usually, academic organizations like this hold their votes in person at the actual meetings so that people can actually attend. There's debate. There is a vote after that, and generally speaking, the president of the academic association has to approve the vote. This particular vote was held on a listserv. No real discussion was allowed, no dissenting comments were posted. The thing was sort of rammed through, as I recall, and in fact, it's not even clear who wrote this particular resolution.
Our attempts to publish our dissenting views were rejected by the moderator, and we were told, don't worry, we're going to host a town hall. And a town hall is something, it's somewhat common practice that's been done in the past with controversial resolutions that required additional context, education, and it's a great way for there to be transparent scholarly debate and discourse about resolutions that are done purportedly in the name of the membership. So we said, okay, fine. As soon as that town hall, a virtual town hall is scheduled, we'll voice our dissenting views. And weeks passed, and I reached out to the leadership yet again to say, when is this going to be published? When is the date and time and link going to be published? And I was told that you are misinformed. There's no need for a town hall. We will not be hosting one. And I immediately wrote back with my concerns. We need transparent review and discussion of this deeply problematic resolution. And I was silenced. For a resolution to pass, they have to reach quorum, which is 20% plus one of up-to-date members in good standing. Members in good standing just means that you've paid your dues, by the way. It doesn't mean that you've, checked a certain box in terms of your scholarly qualifications. 129 people voted, 3 actually abstained, so 126 voted, 18 voted against, and the remaining 108 decided for the 500 or so members of the association. And what really troubled me was the way that it was presented to mainstream media, that 86% of the association had unanimously agreed to condemn Israel for genocide. That's inaccurate, and to be perfectly honest, it lacks academic integrity, basic integrity, to falsely represent the association and falsely cite statistics. The headlines are false, they are misleading. The association really abused. Millions viewed those headlines, and unfortunately, that lie traveled around the world much faster than the truth that we're trying to get out now.
They should understand that the word itself carries a tremendous amount, almost an infinite amount of moral weight. A genocide accusation is something that's very difficult to outrun, very difficult to wipe away, because it is the crime of crimes. And when you charge Israel with genocide, you are justifying Hamas. You're justifying their continued defense. You're justifying the continuation of the war. You're justifying the tunnels. You're justifying booby traps, because when you're fighting a state that is fundamentally genocidal, one resists this state by any means necessary. And this has a tail.